Kamala Harris must overcome the fundamentals to secure victory. Former President Donald Trump should theoretically be dominating this election, given the widespread dissatisfaction with the country's direction. Yet, polls show him in a tight race with Vice President Kamala Harris. While it's uncertain whether Harris can continue to appeal to voters who feel the country is on the wrong track, one thing is clear: she will need to defy key political fundamentals to win next month. Recent history, however, suggests she has a chance. When discussing fundamentals, we're talking about indicators beyond the typical horse race, like whether Americans believe the country is moving in the right direction. Historically, a minority of Americans have expressed optimism about the nation's direction, but current numbers are particularly low. According to the latest NBC News poll, only 28% of Americans think the country is on the right track, a stark decline from over 40% when Joe Biden took office in 2021. This 28% figure is far from where the president's party wants to be just a month before an election. Since 1980, in elections won by the incumbent's party, an average of 42% of Americans believed the country was on the right track. In contrast, when the president's party lost, the average was only 25%, which aligns closely with today's numbers. Moreover, there's no historical precedent for the incumbent party winning when less than 39% of Americans said the country was on the right track. Harris faces another challenge in Biden's approval ratings, which remain underwater. While presidential approval is less predictive when the incumbent isn't running, it still holds some significance. The president's party has never won an election when the incumbent's disapproval rating outweighed their approval. Currently, Biden's disapproval outpaces his approval by about 10 points, another hurdle for Harris. Gallup tracks 10 key indicators leading into an election, ranging from party identification to satisfaction with the economy. In 2024, 8 of these metrics favor Trump, with the remaining 2 being neutral. None of the indicators suggest a clear path to victory for Harris. However, Harris might have a hidden advantage: the lessons from the 2022 midterms. In 2022, Biden's approval rating was nearly as low as it is now, and only 26% of Americans believed the country was on the right track, the lowest figure in 40 years heading into a midterm. Despite this, Democrats defied the odds, limiting House losses, expanding their Senate majority, and winning governorships. 2 key factors that worked in Democrats' favor in 2022 are still relevant: Trump and abortion. Trump remains deeply unpopular, with a net unfavorable rating. If he wins, he will be the least popular president to do so, except for himself in 2016. Harris, in most polls, is more popular than Trump. Abortion continues to be a top issue, with many voters upset over the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This election will be the first in 50 years where Roe is not the law of the land, and with abortion access on the ballot in several states, it remains a wild card. In summary, while historical trends suggest that Harris faces significant challenges, the 2022 midterms taught us that conventional wisdom doesn't always hold. This election may yet defy expectations, making it one of the most intriguing contests in recent history. 4-0